The MAC game of the year. Toledo at Miami of Ohio. Toledo's favored by 2 points. We both took them to win this game and cover because this offense was incredibly effective. I don't know that they dominated on the ground like we thought they were going to. 158 yards is pretty good. Uh, Finn had an all right day at quarterback, but I think it came down to just execution down the stretch. Well, it really came down to that first half where Miami of Ohio just kind of pooped. And look, Toledo just hung on to that lead, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't have anything like significant to say. Like, I wish I had better game analysis, like to break this down for you guys. But it kind of just came down to Toledo won the game, I guess. Also, the fumble at the end, right? Miami's backup quarterback in there. Fumble at the end of the game, trying to go drive down and score, getting sacked like that. Tough. You hate to see that. You hate to see a game end like that, right? When they had a chance to go actually win the game. But Toledo holds on. They're 7-1, undefeated in the MAC. Miami 6-2, only one loss in the MAC. Still a very good football team. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was impressed. That first half of Toledo and Finn and the boys there in Toledo was really impressive. Was really, really impressive. Obviously, Miami Ohio still can make some noise in the MAC there with the standings there, and they obviously lead their division, right? The East Division there. Toledo leads the West, so we can see a rematch of this, in Detroit there at the end of the year, come early December with both these teams. But to be honest, like Miami Ohio at home, that was your best chance to beat them, and you kind of shut them out. You did shut them out in the second half, where you thought you'd come back. Obviously, it didn't work out the way you wanted to. You had a chance to win there, but yeah, I took away from this is Toledo's a good football team. They know how to win football games, and they're gonna be fun. Whoever they play, obviously, nationally, people won't pay attention to them until December and then into bowl season. But the MAC's always fun to watch. Always fun to watch.
Yeah, it was unfortunate Brett Gabbert went down in the fourth quarter there. Just as they're making a chance at coming back. If he's not playing for this team down the stretch, I think he was grabbing his leg from what I saw. I don't know what the injury is. I saw he tweeted out, "Hey, everything happens for a reason." So I don't know what that means exactly. I'm sure Miami fans, Mac fans, you guys are already on top of this. You already probably know what's going on. By the time this is posted on Monday, everything will be cleared up. But if they don't have him down the stretch, it might be tough for Miami to win games. Smith did not look fantastic. Now, granted, he was thrown in there against a very good Toledo team. I get it. But Brett Gabbert, we talked about it. Miami has been the fighting Brett Gabberts. He has
Yeah.
been a large reason why they're winning football games this year. And of course, that changes when he gets hurt, right?
Well, yeah, and they gotta get right for next week. I mean, it doesn't get easy for them. They go to Ohio, right? And the Bobcats there, who've got a really, really good defense, and obviously a dynamic backfield there. So like, it's not gonna be easy than the MAC. And the winner of that game, more or less, probably goes on to the MAC championship. Buffalo's there lurking at 3-1 in conference after going 0-4
Wild.
in the
And
Hada
they
conference.
like an 0-4 where they looked abysmal. They looked now granted they played like Akron, Western Michigan, Kent State.
It's
They
Central Michigan.
Central Michigan and Kent State.
Yeah, they have a brutal stretch. They get at Toledo, Miami, or at Toledo, Ohio, and Miami. They got to play. They have a little fun stretch here where they play four Ohio teams in a row with Kent State this past week, and then Toledo, Ohio, and Miami, Ohio, which is fun for them. But yeah, well, they're 3-1. We'll give them credit for that, but it could get ugly here in November.
Yeah, the Toledo team is still very good. Probably my favorite still to win the MAC, right? I mean,
You
who
have to be. I
else
mean,
like yeah.
you went on the road and you got to win. You got a nice win. Like that's really the reality of the
It's a
situation.
good team. I'm reading right now. Looks like coaches were not optimistic about the injury. Sorry, Miami. Fortunately, you are already bowl eligible, which is nice. But also, anything can happen in the MAC, right? Avian Smith, I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll put up points. This Miami Ohio defense is also good enough to win football games in the MAC. So
Absolutely.
while it's devastating, like the ceiling of this team might not be reached because Brett Gabbert's injury, which is really unfortunate, but uh, still got to be proud of the season that they're having right now. Really fantastic. They were in this ball game. They had a chance to win it.
Oh yeah, and Rashad Amos, just more falls on his shoulder as a running back there for Miami, Ohio. Who's that? It's a good season in his own right, but obviously no Brett Gabbert, younger quarterback coming in. Like you got to lean on that running back, right? And we'll see if he shows up. I assume he will in that defense, but hopefully they can carry them to a couple more wins in the MAC.
Right.